Welcome to the Richard Sherman podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel to get more content. We coming at you 2 times a week. Subscribe now. All right, we got my boy Von Miller, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, you know, all the stuff y'all know, 7-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, most sacks since, hey, I keep telling people about our class, bro. We got at least like 3 or 4 active leaders right now in stats in a category. I think Julio's still active leader in receiving yards since he got in the league. You active in sacks. I'm still active leader in until I officially retire in picks. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. After a win, after a big time, comeback win like that, it's hard not to feel well, man. And we got a great team, great environment here in Buffalo, man. And when you get up to year 12, when you get up there in years, it's just all about winning and playing well, man. And we're doing a little bit of both.
Bro, you're a huge part of that, first off, second off, and third off, because you can see the pass rush in LA is changed for sorts. It ain't the same. Them boys are still rushing hard. It just ain't, the results ain't there. They was missing you yesterday. Without Trent, I thought it was going to be sack fest, and somehow them boys is not getting home.
A little piece of that is really Jimmy G, man. And I watched some of the game, and he was making some quick, decisive throws. And when you got a guy like Debo who can take that 5-yard in route and go 51 yards with it, that definitely helps out, defending some of that pass rush for sure.
How crazy is y'all team, though, man? Like, y'all got so much talent. Obviously, y'all the front runners in everybody's mind. Y'all got the most talent. But y'all was in a dogfight the other day. And y'all, you know what I mean? Those are championship games. That's what makes championship teams. Like, how tough was it dealing with Lamar throughout that game?
Lamar is tough, man. I think I had him 2 or 3 times, and he got out a couple of sacks of mine, and it's Lamar Jackson. He's the MVP. But one thing about our team, though, especially when I got here, we always had a great team. I've been a fan of the Buffalo Bills for a long time. They've always had a talented team. One of the biggest things that I wanted to really dive into was the mindset. And in that game, I feel like our mindset really showed. Even though we're down by 17, we never really felt like the game was over. We always felt like we had a chance to come back and win this game. And some of the Super Bowl teams and some of the great teams that I've been on, they've always had that type of mentality, and it was good to go out there. And we were in a tough game before, so it felt good to come out on top and actually win this one for sure.
Bro, that's the part of your game that I don't think gets spoken about enough. Not even just with your teammates, but I mean, you had a pass rush summit, so you helping dudes around the league improve their game in ways that they may never get those points. They may never because it's coach's coach, but getting it from a player who's done it at such a high level, who's so, detailed in the way he approaches his rushes. Speak about that. Speak about the things you do off the field to try to help your teammates and help other dudes around the league.
Yeah, I mean, I started the Pass Rush Summit to really, it all started with Vic Beasley and myself. I had a position coach who was in Denver, and he left. He went to Atlanta, and he was saying, like, hey, man, I want you to work with Vic Beasley. Like, I didn't get to do it in 2015 because we ended up going to the Super Bowl, and I didn't get to do it in 2016 because that whole offseason was crazy. But in 2017, I was going to get ready to train with Vic Beasley and kind of go over film and work out and stuff. And he told the Atlanta media, and they really created it. They was like, Von Miller's having a pass rush summit. This is what it looked like. And I'm like, bro, I might as well just go with this. Like, I might as well just go with this and invite all the big-time guys. I call up J.J. Watt, Justin Houston, Robert Quinn, Khalil Mack, Calais Campbell. I hit up everybody. And we did this. I came out of my own pocket. The very first pass rush summits, I got all of the plane tickets and the hotel rooms and the food. And I really came out of my own pocket to really lift it, to really lift it off the ground and to get it going. And I think we had about 22 guys come, and we just really started chipping away at it. And honestly, I wanted to create like a Pro Bowl vibe. At the Pro Bowl is where you can really get to chill with guys and talk ball and do this and do that and really spend time with guys. But it's a lot of guys that, especially pass rushers, that never get to experience that and be in that environment. So I really want to create like a Pro Bowl for pass rushers. And we get all these greats there and we talk football. And I think we really get the most mileage out of the film session. Because sometimes I think I think I know what you're doing, but it's not until you get up there in front of everybody and you explain exactly what you're doing to me. And just because you explain it to me doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to do it. That's
Right.
another element of it that I feel comfortable in. Just because I'm an open book and I tell you exactly what I'm doing, it doesn't really mean that you can do it. But one thing that we can all take from each other at the Pass Rush Summit is mindset, our approach to the game. Situational football. If we can get one or two things out of the Pass Rush Summit, if I can get one or two things from the young guys, if the young guys can get one or two things from me, then mission accomplished.
That's another thing I want to talk about because people think, you've done everything. We just talked about your resume, and people think you can't learn no more. People think you can't grow anymore. They think you can't get better. Like, how has the Pass Rush Summit helped you as a player?
Man, that's just one of the things, and I honestly got it from Drake and being around like him and being like, seeing him on tour and stuff, being around like some of the young rappers and the other rappers that's like popping it off. Like, just because like you a superstar doesn't mean like you gotta continually like learn. You gotta continue to like be around other great artists to really improve yourself. And I just took like that model and I put it in a football world. Like, I want to be around like the young sack artist that's popping it off. I want to be around the other stars that's popping it off, so I can continue to mold my game. And I've always been a firm believer of iron sharpens iron. We got a lot of great pass rushers. If I can put myself around other great pass rushers, we can all kind of mold each other and get better for sure.
How much did it mean to you for dudes to show up? Because I'm not gonna lie, we tried to do something like this for
Yeah.
DBs. DB's a little different. They, you know what I mean? There's a lot of ego involved. You call everybody, invite everybody, get all the tickets, get all the hotels. Dude's like, oh, my bad, I can't make it. It ended up being like 4 of us.
Man,
so,
football is just so crazy because there's so much pride involved. Like, it's so much. This guy's the number 1 dude, and this guy's number 7, and it's hard to really take your pride out of it. But I'm a firm believer in my talent. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. And I'm at a point now where I just want to give back to the game that has given so much to me. And sure I have guys that you invite, they say they're coming or they're not coming, but we have a constant flow of new guys, high school guys, young guys. I've created so many great relationships with my colleagues around the league, from Justin Houston to JJ Watt to all of these pass rushers. And it's a genuine, it's not just a work type environment. Like, I genuinely care about my colleagues. Like, I know about the kids. I know when they were drafted. I know their stats. Like, it's a genuine, like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with you, my boy. Like, it's a genuine, like, love for my colleagues around, like, the league. And I think when it's genuine, they can kind of feel that. And, sometimes guys can't make it. Sometimes guys can. But, whenever we can create the environment that we've been able to do for the last 7 years, man, it just works. And it's like a kid. It's just grown into its own person, man. And it has its own legs. And guys look forward to the Pass Rush Summit. You got high school guys coming. You got college guys coming. You got young guys coming. And we sprinkle in some stars every now and then. So it has a mind of its own at this point.
It seemed like something that's going to outlive you, outlive your career. And that's beautiful because you always hear about like the Elite 11. When you're young, you got like the Elite 11 quarterback camp and all the quarterbacks going and all, But now this is something that's kind of growing into that for league guys, for high school guys. I mean, that's crazy, man. Yeah. You got to be proud of it.
And of course, I've been around like a lot of great guys as well. I played with Peyton Manning and Tim Tebow and Brian Dawkins and DeMarcus Ware. And, I saw the way that Peyton Manning had ran like the Peyton Manning Pass Academy. And of course, I'm not Peyton Manning. I can never, have that type of impact that he had. But, I can model it the same way. And you get guys that come out like DeMarcus Ware and Bruce Smith. And I feel like that's where you get a lot of mileage too. You want to get the stars. You want to get the guys that have really laid the foundation for pass rush. So we constantly have DeMarcus there, Bruce Smith, Warren Sapp. We have the vets come back to really give us their point of view on pass rush. And, it's a lot of things that really keep this thing going, man. And I'm just blessed and appreciative to have it be in the position that it's in.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm proud of you from a distance, man. It's always seemed really cool, and I've seen it grow, man. And dudes rave about it every time you hear about it. Every time you talk to a dude about it, man, they're so thankful and grateful that you put it on and you let these dudes like get into your mind. And I mean, it's helped dudes. Like you can literally see dudes on the field like trying to do your stuff. It ain't always.
With 100%, man. It's just all love, and honestly, at the core of it, it's really just a place where we just hang out and talk football, man. In Vegas, we're on the football field. We're not doing anything strenuous. We're not like we doing 75% like walk and talk, and we have all these coaches out there. And then after, like, it's Vegas, man. Like, we can hang out, go here, go there. It's really just a big hangout time where we can really sharpen the knife with like-minded pass rushers for sure.
I might come out there and give y'all the corners aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Hey, rushing coverage go together, man. You know that, man.
Come on now. Come on. I got 2 sacks. Like, let me. What you at now? 118? 119?
Hold on, man. It's
who count? But boy, y'all boys primed right now. Y'all rolling. It got to be crazy to see Josh Allen up close. I mean, you didn't see him from afar, but like some of the stuff that boy able to do, like every great quarterback right now is different. Lamar do it different than Mahomes. Mahomes do it different than Josh. Josh do it different than Joe. But that boy Josh Allen be like, however I need to do it, that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, and it's as a defensive player, it's refreshing. One thing that I was shocked about, because I'm a fan of football and I know a little bit about all of my colleagues around the league. When I got here, like Josh, he doesn't take anything serious. He's kind of like, he's the Will Ferrell of quarterbacks. Like, it doesn't really matter how big the situation is or how small it is. Like, Josh is going to be Josh, and he's going to have this lighthearted jokester mentality about everything. Like, and it's refreshing, man. It's refreshing to see our offensive coordinator like slam the headset on the table. Like, you want guys to care. Like, you want guys to feel the same way you feel about losses. And having Josh, man, bro, he's the Will Ferrell of quarterbacks. Like, bro, he wants to go fast. Like, he is, bro. He can make any throw on the field. And I think guys really like rally behind that. And Coach McDermott, he's a tough defensive minded, head coach. And I don't know like how he was before I got here, but I can assume that he was a little bit like tougher on all the guys. And Josh just has this way of like loosening everybody up, man. He has this lighthearted, like Will Ferrell, like, vibe about him, man. And it really trickles down on everybody, man. Our staff at the Buffalo Bills, from the cafeteria ladies to the janitors to the athletic trainers, everybody just kind of, falls behind Josh, and they all have this lighthearted mentality around him, man. It's really enjoyable to go to work each and every day and prepare with those guys.
I mean, it looks like it. Y'all having a lot of fun out there, man. And that's what it's about. Sometimes you need some talent. You need to change your ways. And it's cool that McDermott was able to do
man,
that.
It's cool to see, and it's cool to witness, man. Like, and Coach McDermott, he's just about me being around him for a short period of time, man. He's always open for, and I've been around coaches that it's this way, and this is the way like Coach McDermott, he's so easy to evolve, and all he really cares about is winning and putting his players in situations where they can be successful. And as well as the coaches too, he wants to put his coaches in situations to be successful, man. And it's refreshing to be around Coach McDermott, Coach Washington, Coach Frazier, Josh Allen, our defense, man. We got a great vibe here, man, and we just gotta keep stringing it together, man, and hopefully we can do some great things here.
Y'all going to do some great things. I mean, y'all doing great things. And I think Josh Allen is primed. I think he's going to have some accolades before it's all said and done. I think they still got him on MVP watch this year for the stuff he's doing. But I got a question for you. Like, where Odell at? When he coming? Because it looked like he going to come, but then it looked like he flirting with everybody right now.
I saw the other day, like, Odell, he was at the Giants facility, right? Like, it's cool. Like, that's what, at this point in your career, man, like, you want to go back to, New York. You want to have those ties with the Giants. Like, that's where it all started for him. Like, that's always going to be family. Like, when you're in this position that Odell is in, you done won a Super Bowl. Like, you done made all the money that you get. That, of course, you always want to make some more money, but, he's good. He's good where he's at. He wants to make some more. But I feel like at this moment in time, man, he just wants to really soak in all the love. Odell and like receivers like that, you want to feel loved, man. Like, you don't want to feel used up. Come over here and do this for me. Come over here and do that. Like, sometimes you just want to step back and really just embrace the love. And me knowing Odell all this time, man, that's what I feel like it is. And I feel like when he gets to a point where he feels ready to go, he'll sign with a team in November, December. He'll train that whole December with the team, getting ready with the playbook, and then playoffs, he'll just let it loose. All he needs is about 2, 3, 4 games to really show people that he's still Odell. This offseason, going to sign a $25 million maybe even $30 million a year contract, with some team.
Yeah.
But, me knowing him, and I'm sure like I can always be wrong, but, I feel like that's what he's doing. He's going to take in all the love. He's all about energy. He's all about positive vibes. He wants to stay in this great place with his energy and stuff. November comes around, sign with a team, train that whole December with a team, getting ready to go. Maybe play the last game of the season, second to last game of the season, ride into the playoffs, kill it like he did with the Rams, and then sign with another team and keep it going.
That would be cool. It'd be really cool for him to go back to New York. Yeah. I mean, the Giants kind of pulling some stuff together right now. They 3-1, finding a way to win ball games.
But let's be real, man. He's coming to the Bills. He's coming to the Bills. Like, it's already said and done. Like, he's coming to the Bills. We down a couple of receivers, man. You got Josh Allen. You got Diggs. Like, just think about him and Diggs on the same team. Like, come on.
I don't want to think about it. Well, I can think about it now. I ain't got a couple. Hey, it's stress for somebody else.
And we got Gabe Davis. We got Isaiah McKenzie. Like, we got some young guys that come in here and do their thing too. Dawson Knox. There's been some trade talk about Saquon and we got Devin Singletary. Our offensive line is one of the best offensive lines in the league. Like, defense is doing what we do, man. Like, come on. I think that's just how I like to think, and I'm optimistic. Like, when it's said and done, we know where Odell gonna be at, man.
Okay, I'm holding you to that. Hey, talk about Jordan and Micah, man. I know Micah done for the year, but man, them dudes never get enough love.
Yeah,
like, Jordan got 4 books on the year, and people acting like he just regular. Like, that ain't regular.
I don't understand what it is. Like, I play golf. That's my golf buddy, Jordan Poyer. Like, that's my golf buddy. Whenever I get ready to play golf, and whenever he gets ready to play golf, like, that's my guy. No matter where we at, that's my guy, right? And you can you get to know people on the golf course. When I'm watching Jordan on the golf course, any shot, like, he's so locked in, whether it's a putt, whether it's a chip, whether it's off the fairway with one of the woods or driver, like, these high pressure situations, like, Jordan, he always comes through. And this is before, like, the peaks. This was before the season even started. Like, this was during OTAs and all this stuff. And he's only been playing golf for 2 years. So to see him lock in, and then he transfers that same energy over into the football field, like, man, it's crazy. And you got to think, like, he's been an all-pro for the last couple of years. He's, if not the best strong safety in the league, like, he's number 2. And if he's not number 2, he's number 3. And honestly, we all know how this stuff goes. The 1, 2, 3, it rotates by each and every game. He's one of the elites. He's one of the elites. Micah's one of the elites. And I really don't understand why they don't get the love that they should, man. He's doing it in big time games. He did it on Monday Night Football. He did it on Sunday Night Football. It was a Thursday night game, but it was a Sunday Night Football broadcast to start the season off. He went crazy then. He had 2 books versus Lamar Jackson in a playoff type environment. Like, I'm not sure, man, but you can't really hide talent, man. And as long as they keep doing the things that they're doing, man, he's gonna get all the love and respect that he deserves.
It's gonna need to be that ring. The ring gonna do it for him. I think the ring gonna put everybody over the top, and you will be the first person to win a ring with 3 different teams. I know it ain't never on your mind. It ain't never, but you're a genius dude, so I know it's somewhere in the back of your mind. It's there. But 6 years, you gonna go 6?
Man, I'm gonna take whatever God gives me, man. And it was nice, as you know. Like, it's been nice before games. It's been nice before practice. High school, college. It's been nice where I sat on my knees and I prayed, like, God, please, like, let me do this. Like, let me get better. Let me get faster. Let me get stronger. Let me go out here and have a great game. Let me perform to the best of my ability. Please protect me from, all hurt, harm, or danger. Let me get a new contract. Let me go out here and let me be the player that I know I can be to my teammates. Let me be a light. These are prayers that I said, and I got down on my knees and I prayed and I begged. Like, I'm not about to just give it up. I'm not about to give up, the gift that he gave me. I'm going to play as long as he wants me to. And I'm sure he'll send the message loud and clear, to me whenever it's time. But, I pray for this. This is all I ever wanted to do in my whole entire life. This is when I was young, and I remember one of my earliest memories of football. Like, I heard my daddy screaming in the bedroom, and I run in there, and I'm thinking like something's wrong. And I look up at the TV, and it's a star on the TV. He's watching the Dallas Cowboys game. And I'm looking back and forth, and I'm like, man, like, I want to do something to make my dad scream like that. Like, that's where my love, that's where my love with football started. And then you get to this point, like, you're 12 years in, and they start talking about retirement, how long you want to do. Like, man, in my mind, I want to play forever. Like, I know that's not realistic, but that's what I go into. Like, this is what I want to do forever. It's been nights where I begged and I pleaded with God. He knows, like, how much I put into this game, how much I wanted this game, and how much I wanted it to work. So I'm not about to just give away his gift that he gave to me. I'm gonna go as long as I possibly can. And I got kids now. I got a 13-month-old son, and I want him to be able to have like some type of to be able to remember that, whether that's 3, 4, or whatever that may be. But that's all in God's hands.
No question, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, I had my son at an age where I was like, man, he gotta see me play. Like, it can't just be videos, it can't just be internet, it can't just be YouTube. You gotta see me live. So, and
I wanted to come in the locker room and see Uncle Josh and see Uncle Diggs and be around all of these guys and see Greg Rousseau and be around Micah, and I want him to have those memories like physically, not just pictures and stuff.
Right. I wanted to get my son to a Super Bowl. Yeah. I wanted him to like watch me play at a Super Bowl, and of course we took an L in that, but goddamn, of course. But he got to see me playing one, and that was a goal of mine, man. It's a difference back in them kids, boy.
100%, man. And once everybody always talk about when you start having this, it's gonna change this and that. You can't really put it into perspective until you have one. It's physically, he's here, he's looking at you, like he's dependent on you. And it's really no love like it, man. And I've been around a lot of great teammates, and I've seen them bring their sons and their daughters into the locker rooms, man. And I always wanted that. I always wanted to be in that position, man. And I thank God that it's here for sure.
It's beautiful, man. And any plans for the Halloween party this year? Am I getting an invite? Whatever. We in October, so I thought whatever.
I think it's Rich, man. Me being 33 years old, man, I think it's safe to say that the Halloween party days are over, man. I'm in Buffalo. I think it's safe to say, like, we talk about a lot of stuff, but I think it's safe to say, man, my Halloween party days are over, man. I asked the guys here, did they do a Halloween party? They said they did. So, you know, maybe I'd be on the creative, director department of, but for me, actually hosting and throwing a Halloween party, I think it's over, man, for sure.
Hey, that's all right. You had a great run.
I did.
You had a great run, boy. Legendary. Legendary. All right, last question before I let you go. We're doing a redraft of our 2011. Should be at least six or seven gold jackets in that class. And you and JJ headlining it.
To do the redraft, I'm gonna leave myself out of it. I'm gonna leave myself out of it, right?
That's fair.
And I think, number one guy that I would draft, right? Number one, going to the Carolina Panthers. Had to say JJ Watt.
Okay.
Like, I'm a fan of JJ. I like JJ. I like JJ, what he's done, 3 defensive player of the years. Like, when he was going through that time period where he was like dominating, we talk about Micah and Aaron Donald, and it's easy to just fast forward through somebody's, peak like that. But man, JJ killed it, man. And I was chasing JJ that whole time, so I know like how incredible that was. Like,
right, he was getting 20 a year.
Bro, JJ was going crazy. And then, off the field stuff, like, I was watching the Hurricane stuff today, and I was talking to one of my buddies, and I was like, man, do you remember JJ Watt raised $60 million for, the hurricane efforts in Houston? Do people like, I'm sure we got a lot of great guys in the win. Walter Payton Man of the Year is the most prestigious award that you can get in all of sports. Like, and he did that. But I just wanted to touch back on it, like, what he did for like the city of Houston, and like to raise $60 million cash, like, that's incredible. And I know that has nothing to do with what he's done on the football field, but he's been great on and off the football field. So I had to go with JJ number one. You'll be number 2, Richard Sherman.
I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Got you number 2.
Come on now, I'm going to Denver.
Got you number 2.
I'm going to Denver.
going to Denver, man. Because at the time, they were looking at Patrick. They were looking at Patrick P. They was looking at Marcel Darius. All of those guys. They were looking at me and my. So with the people what they know now, like, I would pick Richard Sherman number 2.
I appreciate that. Means a lot.
Number 3 to the Buffalo Bills. I had to have myself going to the Buffalo Bills. Like, I know I was gonna put myself in there, but the Buffalo Bills, like, I love this place. It almost happened in. I was a pick away in. Yeah. I had myself going to the Buffalo Bills. I think the AJ Green and the Patrick Peterson picks, they were right on point.
Right.
Of course I can make a case for Julio going number 1. I can make a case for Patrick Peterson going number 1, but for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna keep those guys right where they're at. So I think I'm at 6. Mm-hmm. I think I'm at pick 6 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Tyron Smith, man. Like Tyron Smith, he's been incredible. I can make a case for him going number 1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like Justin Houston. You know,
People
I know he's a
sleep.
second. I know he was a second rounder in the draft, but I could easily put him into this conversation too. So I have him going at 7.
Bro, what happened to Alden, bro? He could have been 1. Like
he could have been 100%. Like, you know, it's you know, life just happens. But
right.
it was a time and place where Alden Smith and JJ Watt were just so far out of reach. Like, and I'm trying my best to like keep up with these guys. So I have Alden Smith going number 8. And I know I'm leaving some guys off, but for the sake of this conversation, man, you know, I would say, man, I know some guys are gonna be mad at me, man.
No, I'll give you Cam Jordan. I'll give you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Cam Jordan, please. Like, I could easily put Cam Jordan in top 5 too. Cam Jordan, that would be 9. And then, man, number 10.
I'm gonna just put names out there so you don't feel bad. Jason Kelsey is a player. Cam Hayward's still a player.
Please. Yes. Oh, yes, please. And I'll put both of those guys, you know, 9, 10, and 11. But just to bring all our group back together, like that 2011 draft class, whether it's Cam Newton, whether it's Mark Ingram, you know, that whole class, like we're still doing things at a high level. You know, they talk about the greatest draft class. This is, it always had to be an argument for it. Like, you got Patrick Peterson, yourself, you know, me, JJ Watt, Cam Newton. Like, you have all of these guys like that came in and really changed the game, you know, for a very long time, man. And I'm just so blessed and fortunate to be, you know, a part of that draft class and, you know, to build relationships with you and JJ and all of these guys in this class, man. It's been an honor and a privilege, man. And, you know, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about that, man, because I'm gonna hold that spot in my heart for a very long time, man. I appreciate you guys.
Me too, man. I mean, it means a lot to me, and I'm grateful to be a part of this class and to be incredible human beings like yourself, you know, both on and off the field. You know, that's the part people don't get enough of is talking about off the field, how incredible of a human being you are. You see all the talent on the field and cool, we can play the game at a high clip, but you are a once in a lifetime human being. And I'm grateful to
I appreciate you too, man. It's just as football guys, we just got to put the pride aside. You know what I'm saying? And this, you know, our whole career, we've been talking about, you got to train and do this and do that. And you got to be like, no, this guy not better than me. And you got to actually believe it. And that helps you raise, you know, to another level. But, you know, year 12, like you got to kind of step off of it a little bit. Like, right. Man, it's football now. It's fun now, man. And I want to build relationships with my guys, like true, genuine relationships with my guys, man. And that's what the Pass Rush Summit is all about. Like, that's how we can have conversations that's heartfelt, like me and you have right now, man. And, you know, you just got to put it to the side, man, and really just, you know, just live life, you know, live life and, you know, just continue to be you, man, and everything will work out, man, for sure.
Bro, it's such an appreciation the later you get. Like, it's such an appreciation for not only what you were able to do, but just the time you were able to play, the people you were able to play with, against, like the challenges they presented to you. Like I'm excited to watch you every week. Well, I'm a fan. I'll be sitting there like, what are you gonna do this week? Like,
and I appreciate you, man.
And you doing it on a great team, man. You win it. Like Julio, I was watching Julio against Dallas. You know, he's been a little banged up since then, but I just, you know, I'm just so grateful to have been able to share a time in a decade with you guys, and man, it's cool.
Man, that's love, man. I appreciate you, Rich, for sure, man.
No question, brother. I'll see you next time. I ain't gonna hold up no more of your time.
Hey, whenever you need me, man, you know I got you forever, my boy.
I appreciate it,
Rich.
Same here.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Anytime you need me.
Yes, sir.